Hello, this is Michelle Harrison, physical therapist. And we've been doing some online Zoom classes now for, gosh, probably about 3 years or so. And we hadn't done a new recording for a while. So we thought we would hopefully add some variety to what's already archived for you for Zoom class. We will start with some Qigong for mindfulness and stress management. And then we will do an exercise portion, which will have strength, cardio, and stretching or flexibility exercises. So glad to have you join me, and let's let's have some fun while we're going to exercise. We're going to start with a Qigong routine, and this one is called it's general Qi circulation. So this is to help if you're feeling tense, if you're feeling tight, if you're feeling depleted. This is some gentle exercise to just get Qi or energy circulating in the body. And it also helps with like balance and I think mindfulness when we work on these activities. So we're going to start in the ready position. And that is, excuse me, I'm going to pull this down just a little bit. All 4 points of your feet are on the floor. So the 2 points of the balls of the feet at the back of the heels. Weight kind of in the middle of the foot. Knees over your feet. If you choose to do this standing, you would have hips over the knees. If you're seated, you have another set of stability points that you're sitting on. So you're trying to find kind of middle in the pelvis area, side to side, front to back. And then the spine is going to, like each vertebra is going to be just gently lifted or stacked on top of the other, all the way up through the crown of the head, where we kind of get a little length in the spine. Arms are slightly engaged at our sides. And we're going to take a few deep breaths. Your hands are full and open. And doing deep breathing like this is one of the quickest ways to help body and mind kind of be on the same wavelength, right? And that's what mindfulness is being present at this moment to what you're doing right now. I want you to bring to mind any fears, worries, stressors that you might be having, frustrations maybe. Breathing in bright, vibrant energy, breathing out all those worries, stressors, frustrations, tension. Relaxing the body. Breathe out stressors, worries, tension, frustrations, because they'll be there later. 3 deep breaths down, all the way down to the diaphragm and the dantian area in the belly. Dantian's a energy storehouse below the belly button. And feeling the weight of your body sinking into the ground. We're going to do an opening exercise first, where we scoop energy up. We take kind of a forceful breath in, and breath out. Breath out stress and tension. Breathe in vibrant energy and oxygen. Let your breath dictate how fast you go. Back to that ready position. Holding the chi or energy in your body. And try and loosen any pressure that you feel in your feet. That was a different kind of relaxation direction that I found quite interesting, because I was holding tension and pressure in my feet. Our first move will be, or I guess third move, will be tiger emerging. So feet are a little wider apart. Our hands are at our sides. We're going to scoop our hands forward and cross our arms up to the chest level and then push out. This is a very yang energy thing. So we're going to gather energy, pull it up through the body, and push out. So I like to take a breath in and out. Breath in and push out. As if a tiger is emerging from a cave. So you're drawing that energy from the ground up through your body, pushing it out to the sides. So this should kind of like be invigorating, right? You kind of feel warm, like you're moving on a mission to get out of that cave after you've been there a while. So you can kind of, if you're standing or you're seated, you can bend the knees, straighten the knees, right? Bend the knees, straighten the knees. We'll do a couple more. And we'll relax those arms. Back to that ready position. And this is kind of like a way to do a reset. See how you're feeling, how your body feels now. Are those hands full and open? As we take our last few breaths in the ready position, we are again checking into how our body feels now versus how we felt when we started the practice. Hopefully warmer, maybe a little more energy flowing through your body, warmth, fullness. Sometimes I feel kind of a tingly, kind of like stimulated feel for hands and feet. And that will be as far as we move on that Qigong routine. So now we're going to move into our exercise portion. So if you have light weights, I use soup cans. They're a good weight as well. We're going to start our training our exterior as well as our interior body. Okay, so let's start with a punch and a kick. punch and a kick. And I'm going at a pace. You can, if I'm going too slow, you can go faster. You can go slower than me. We can do just legs, just arms. We're going to start working here. Remembering to breathe. And if you needed to, you could alternate between arms and legs. You could do a few arm punches and then do a couple leg kicks. You could do one side and then the other, right? You could work one side. Lots of options here for exercise. I'm going to do opposites, opposite punch with the opposite kick. That way we work a little coordination as well. If you can't kick the legs out, you can certainly slide a leg out maybe, or just work the arms. And I want you to make this your workout, right? So that it meets your needs and your abilities. So everybody can participate. All right. Let's do some circles with the arms. As if we're doing a backstroke, right? You can use weights, no weights. If you do it for a little while and you're doing the weights and your arms are getting tired, you can put the weights down. We do a number of repetitions, so you're still getting a workout using the weight of the arm. And we'll march a little bit while we do this. If you've done any of these classes, you know sometimes too, we can do kind of we can actually swim, right? Here. So if we're going to swim, what are we going to do? We're going to do a flutter kick, right? So to do that, what we have to do is scoot forward on the chair. Lean back a little ways so we're curling down, not arching, right? We aren't arching, we're curling ribs down to the pelvis and then leaning back a little and doing a flutter kick. Now you could just practice the flutter kick, or if you want to do all of it, you could do the arms and the flutter kick at the same time. It's pretty challenging. You could do arms a little ways or for a little while. And then you could do legs. You can switch off, right? And again, you can do arms, legs, or both. Almost like you're in a back float swimming. Take a break. Now we're gonna do a crawl stroke. We're gonna come forward here. Do arms forward. You could march with this. You could do a flutter kick with this, right? Again, pretty challenging. We have to lean back, right, to get our legs up. Swimming. Really good shoulder work. and core. So let's practice marching, or transition to marching, I should say. Let's go right arm to left leg, left arm to right leg. Now, if you can't lift your leg up, you can go right elbow to left knee, left elbow to right knee, right? You could go up on your toe, right? You could go up on the toe. If you feel like you can't get your leg up, right? Up on the toe. You could go across, touching your knee. Right, up on the toe. Good. We're going to switch now to repeaters. Do you remember this one? If you've done class with me a while, you might. That's where we can do it forward, seated forward, or turn sideways. So that's up to you. One leg is back, one leg is forward. We're going to have our hands up in front of us, and then we're going to bring the hands down to the knee, and then bring the leg back. Again, we can do arms, legs, or both. If you can't lift your leg up, you can always crunch down, lift up, crunch down, lift up. Remembering to breathe. Going at your own pace, taking rest breaks as you need to pace yourself. So you stay kind of in that moderate range of working out, right? Now to do it forward, I would just step one foot forward, bring the other one back, hands in front and down. Right? Let's switch sides. So if you were forward, you would just put the other leg back, right? Or turn on your chair, as I'm doing. Step back with the other leg. I'm going to scoot this chair back just a little bit. Right, one leg back, one leg forward, the opposite leg or the other leg, pull down. Reach up, pull down. Up. How many should we do? There's kind of a joke in class. We'll do 200 of those. And somebody gets blamed for that. Generally somebody in class. But it's all a joke. Because it sure is a whole lot more fun to work out with you guys than it is just on our own, isn't it? So we'll do 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Sure is a lot more motivating when we know we have a class to attend sometimes, right? We're going to switch to doing kind of a jack type motion with the legs out, together, out, together. And we'll do the arms opposite. How about that? Hands together, knees apart, knees together, hands apart. And again, if you have trouble moving the feet out to the side, you could do just arms. You could use maybe a paper plate or a dry clean bag so you can slide your foot out to the side easier. We'll do 5 more of these. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Now, we're going to continue the out and in motion of the legs, right? This time, what we're going to do is when your feet are apart, we're going to go down, come up, have both hands up if we can, down. Hold your hands up as far as you can. If you can only have them here, that's okay. That's fine, right? Down and across, come up. Remembering to breathe. And again, if you can't get your feet to go apart, you could go across and up, across and up, or, right, across and up, across and up. We'll do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right. Now, let's do some hacky sack legs, or Michael Flatley, Lord of the Dance legs. So you're bringing the heel up to the opposite knee, trying to roll that knee out a little bit, working the hip rotators. While we're doing that, we're going to try and draw some circles, right? And again, you can do one activity or both. If you feel like you need to focus on the legs, you can do that. You need to just do arms a bit, you can. Let's do out and in this way, up and down. Your arms get tired? Let's do a motion like this, out and in, out and in. Now we're doing rotation of both the shoulders and the hips. Notice how my elbows stay in at my side, roll out. That way we work kind of the shoulder and the rotator cuff more than if you go out and in this way, you're working a different muscle. You're working your deltoids, really. And again, I could just do legs. I can just do arms. I can do arms and then legs for a while, or I can do both, right? Find your own pace. What feels like, a pace where you could work for a little while. And certainly, if you had any questions, you could always call me, I guess, after the video, because I can't answer your question right at the moment, but happy to talk about things you could do that would be like a modification if you're like, I just can't do that movement. All right. Now, let's do a little running. And what we're going to try and do, we're going to try and run really fast for about 15 seconds, maybe 30 seconds. Let's do 30. Are you ready? On your marks, get set, and go. Sound like I'm cantering there. You can run with your arms, legs, or both, depending on what your abilities are. You're almost there. Wow, 30 seconds can be a long time, right? And back to the slower run. That feels easy now, right? And if 30 seconds was too long, you could do a shorter amount of time. Go back to the slower run. Are we ready to try that again? Do a run pretty fast. On your marks, get set, and go. Good. Over halfway there. Feel your breathing changing? That means your heart rate's coming up. Getting that cardio. All right. Back to the slower run. Stay hydrated. Make sure you've got fluids around you and maybe lighter clothes on so you don't get too warm. Maybe a fan if you need it. Shall we do one more set? Are you ready? On your marks, get set, and go. And again, you can do arms, you can do legs, you can do both. Looking good. Almost there. Can you see the finish line, the ribbon at the finish line? Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. Nice job. Let's do some abs here. So I'm going to have you scoot forward on your chair, please. And if just sitting up away from the back of the chair is a challenge, that can be your ab workout, right? Doing some movement front and back. What we're going to do is do some basic curls. So you can have your hands here on your chest, genie arms, or hands up here. Weights, no weights, that's your choice. I'm going to move sideways so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to curl backwards and come back up. Curl backwards. You're not arching your back. Breath out and in, out and in. If your hands get tired of being up, they can come down. If you want to do it without weights, that's fine as well. We'll do 5 more, 4 more, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to lean back and you're bringing your ribs down to your pelvis, right? Curling a little bit. You're at a point where if you didn't hold with your tummy muscles, that you would just flop back on the chair. And what we're going to try and do is hold that position while we lift one arm up and then the other. Weights, no weights. Let's go up and around. We'll go up and around the other way in a circle. So do clockwise and counterclockwise. Now, let's switch and do a leg. Same kind of trunk position. We're going to hold back there. But this time we're going to lift a leg up and down. If you want to set the weight on your knee, you could. Trying to hold steady here. Hopefully you don't feel a lot of tension in your neck. If so, you're holding with your neck and not using your abs. So try and focus on getting the abs to support. Switch to the other leg. And we've actually added quite a bit of abs into what we've been doing today with some of the movements, the elbow to opposite knee and some different movements we've done today. So we'll do 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and 1. All right. Now we're going to do some standing. So if you're going to stand, please grab a chair, walker, counter, table, dresser, whatever you need for stability. If you're going to stay seated, we're going to do a kick, squeeze the buns and lift. Do you see how I lift up a little bit when I pinch my buns together? Hold for 5. If you can't kick out, you can always push the knees and feet into the floor, squeeze the buns and hold, and do that for like a count of 5. So those are some seated activities to work the same muscles we're going to work on standing. And what we're going to work on today is we're going to go out to the side and to the back. Okay. Out to the side, to the back. You can hold on with one hand, both hands. No hands if you feel like you can do that. Or you have somebody to help spot you. And if you notice, I'm not tipping my body. I'm trying to move just the leg from the hip. Out to the side and down. Let's switch and do the other side. Out to the back. And if you get tired, you can always go to the seated activity, right? Out to the side, to the back. And when I do to the back, do you notice I'm not like tipping my body so much? I'm trying to really use that button, right? They have a job. They aren't just pillows to sit on. Out to the side, to the back. If you get tired of standing, we can always do, we like to do the rocket launches. Those are quite challenging seated, right? So let's do a few of those here. We're in the chair and we're going to lean forward, push down into the floor like you're going to try and stand up, and then you change your mind and you sit back down. Lift up and down. Even if you come forward, push into the legs a little, right? That's still engaging those muscles. Everybody knows rocket launches are kind of killer for the buns and the thighs here, right? We'll do a few more. Can you feel it in your legs? Get a little tired? If you can't do that, you can always just lean forward and push into the floor, right? Or go back to the kick, squeeze the buns and lift. Lots of options here, right? We'll do 3, 2. If you push off with your hands, you sometimes assist your quads. You may need to do that some, but we really want to think about, and if you needed like arms on the chair for safety or something on the side, you could do that. And 1. Okay. It is now time for the stretching portion. So grab footstool, trash can or box, and your belt. Let's get those available. You can do this without anything on the, no box, footstool, trash can. You can just put your foot down on the floor. You just have to scoot further forward and lean further forward to get as much of a stretch. When we do that, we're going to start with our figure 4 stretch. Cross one leg over. Try and sit up tall, hinge forward at the hip till you feel a pull down the side of the thigh up into the bun. If you feel a whole lot of torque in your knee, remember you can put it on something lower and lean forward so you feel it on the side of the thigh. Then we're going to do an ankle circle. If you have a brace on that stops you from doing this, do this movement when you get your brace off. Ankle flexibility is really important for balance, for standing, transfers, walking. Let's switch legs. Sit up tall, leaning forward, feeling a pull down the side of the thigh. And if we can, drawing a circle. If you have a brace on, you may be able to bring your toe up. A lot of the braces will keep you from pointing down, right? With your foot. Being able to bring your leg up and across like this is really good for like dressing and being able to put on socks and get to your feet, right? And get your shoes on. All right, now let's bring one foot out in front. Heel is down, toe is pointing up, knee is flat. We're going to sit up tall. We're going to hinge forward at the hip until you feel a pull in the back of the leg. If you're having trouble initiating that forward lean, you can use a belt around the middle of the foot. Can you see that? And then use that to help hinge forward. Or if you want more stretch, should feel a pull between the knee and the bun in the back of the thigh. Let's put the belt around the ball of the foot. And then we're going to pull back on the ball of the foot, kind of stretching. We are stretching the calf muscle, the lower leg. The toe should come straight up the shin. The belt is positioned so that it helps our foot and leg not to roll out or in, coming straight up. And then we're going to use the belt to hinge forward. Now we'll feel it all the way down the backside of the leg, from your high knee to your knee down to your ankle, into your foot. Good. Let's do the other leg, please. Heel is down, toes pointing up. Knee is flat. We're going to sit up tall. We're going to hinge forward at the hip. Till you feel a pull in the back of the thigh again. That's your hamstrings. And again, the belt can be used to initiate the stretch or just give you a little more stretch if you feel like, I want to feel just a little more pull there. Hinging at the hip and staying tall helps you target the hamstrings and not just stretch out the low back and bun area. Legs should be straight in front of you. When I put it to the side, I do that sometimes just so I feel like you can see better on the screen here. Let's put the belt around the ball of the foot, remembering not to push down into the belt. Pull the toe back till you feel stretch in that lower calf, lower leg area. If you're tight, you might feel it all the way up the leg anyhow. Then use the belt. Now we're going to lean forward into it to feel it all the way down the back side of the leg, into the foot. Most of the muscles that run our feet are like, they're in our lower leg. They aren't in the foot so much. So we've got to keep them flexible. Good. Okay. We're going to put the belt down, move our footstool or trash can or box. We're going to do a side bend now. We're going to reach over. If you need to hold on to something to feel stable, to do this side bend, feeling a stretch down the side. Let's go to the other side. And any of these stretches that you feel like you're like, gosh, I could do some more of that, please do after class, right? Reach to the thigh, the back of the chair, turn and look over that shoulder. The taller you sit, the more you'll be able to rotate. And let's go to the other side. Reach to the other thigh, the other side of the chair, turn and look over your shoulder. Should feel a nice twist in that spine. Let's do some shoulder rolls. Up, back, and around, trying to scoot those shoulder blades down the rib cage. Lace your fingers. Push your hands toward the screen, push away, stretching out in between the shoulder blades. If you can't lace your fingers, grab your wrists and push out like that. Let's relax. Let's bring those hands up over your head. Pushing the palms to the ceiling. Hands behind your head. Elbows are back. You guys have done a lot of work today. We were moving here. Relax your arms. Drop one ear to one shoulder. Other ear to the other shoulder. Feeling a stretch along the neck, right? It's not like this, right? Trying to get length here on the side of the neck. Big half circle down across your chest. Remembering to breathe. Our last move for today is our listening head posture. So what we're going to do is, it's as if your chin is on a shelf. We're going to pull that chin back over your body. So it's not a up, down nod, right? It's pulling back, flattening out that neck. Bring your hands out, reach around, give yourselves a hug. Great job, very well done today. As always, thank you for your time, for your attention. I hope your body feels better now. Maybe you feel a little invigorated for the rest of your day. And look forward to seeing you next time we do another online Zoom exercise class. Thank you very much.